BBC School News report from a lady in St Patrick's High School. Nowadays, everything comes with a touch of a button.
As a news team, we've been looking at just how easily accessible every part of our life is. At the touch of a button, I can find out anything on Google. In fact, we done an experiment to prove this.
Okay boys, so using the resources of the library, the internet, the books available downstairs, there's tons of them. I want you to try and answer these 5 questions on Pablo Picasso.
Can we use the library to find out what's faster, books or the internet?
Of course you can, boys.
Well, I've just found out that the internet being the internet is down in the school, so I have to use my phone now. I'm finished.
So how did your experiment go?
It went pretty well.
Good. Josh got one marginally wrong from Mr. Kelly. It was a bit, he said that surreal, Josh had written something about surrealism, but it was wrong. But Josh was extremely faster than me. I took around 14 minutes and I don't even know how quick you were. You're a lot faster than me, and could hardly find it, but I did, and Josh found it as well. But the internet was a lot faster, but I never quite got
Number 2 right, because the internet wasn't entirely precise on what my answer was supposed to be. It would give you all of these different possibilities, whereas only a couple of them are right.
From our experiment, we found that the internet was a lot quicker. However, books offered more reliable information.
We wanted to know how often people use the internet, so Daniel interviewed some pupils and teachers to find out how often they use it to plan lessons and for homework.
So, Evie, how often do you use the internet for homework?
I use it like mostly when I've got like history homework or whatever, but I don't
Research
use
homework mainly?
Yeah.
And how often do you use books for homework?
It's probably my second choice if the internet isn't working.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Roughly, how many hours would you say you spend on the internet? Quite a lot. Quite a lot of hours. Quite a lot of hours. And how long could you go, do you think, without using the internet?
Like 4 or 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours. That would be good altogether. We learned that the internet is hugely expansive. There's multiple uses for it, even streaming TV.
Hi, we're Katie, Holly and Holly, and we're going to introduce the topic of insta-entertainment.
When was the last time you read a book?
The last time I read a book was probably, I would say, a year ago.
Years ago, it was Harry Potter.
Okay.
Last week. I'm currently reading a book at the moment and I'm only about halfway through it.
What programs do you watch when you go home?
I like University Challenge.
Programs, I don't really watch a lot of TV programs.
Friends.
Grey's Anatomy.
The idea of instant entertainment is multifaceted. Not only can we watch shows on catch-up, there's also people who create businesses, creating sketches on YouTube, and most importantly, there are streaming services that allow their subscribers to binge watch television shows for a monthly fee.
A well-known platform that allows people to do this is Netflix. Undoubtedly, this platform was incredibly successful in that during September 2014, there were 3 million Netflix users in the UK alone. Netflix has provoked a fear in some members of the public that this demand for instant results are growing uncontrollably.
After we asked fellow pupils, we have come to a conclusion that over 70% of pupils had Netflix, and 40% of which said they used it nightly, and a quarter said they use it less than once a week.
Additionally, we discovered that more pupils gravitated towards watching TV shows, and all omitted binge watching them regularly. We asked if it was a distraction. They claimed that it does make them lose track of work, and overall can make them becoming more impatient.
Not only can you stream shows from the comfort of your own home, now we have the ability to communicate and shop online for groceries. We have to question if this is getting out of hand due to the fact that people will not want to wait anymore.
We also need to question if this need for instant gratification poses a threat to the way we lead our lives, and what are its consequences.
When people can watch episode upon episode without breaks and skip adverts, not only does this harm commercial companies, it also prevents people from viewing NHS and government-sponsored ads that could potentially protect people from harm. However, there is an argument that says commercials and adverts spoil the viewing process. Some even complain that they've forgotten what they were watching by the time the commercials end.
With this demand for instant entertainment, fame has generated for those who can exploit it.
Becoming famous is a lot easier nowadays than it was in the past. You don't have to be a famous movie star. To become famous, all you have to do is upload a funny video or set up an eye-catching social media account, whether it be on YouTube or Instagram. Fame has many positives, but also it comes with a lot of negatives. Some of the positives being it opens up a lot more opportunities than it would have before you were famous, such as being able to create a beauty range or being able to publish a book.
Go, Kim.
With these positives are quite a few negatives. For example, if you're not careful, you can give away too much information about your private life and you probably won't get it back. Unfortunately, if you're internet famous, chances are you may get cyberbullied. Our research has shown that lots of people from different age groups can view any video on the internet with just a few clicks of a button. And although it may be easy to become famous, it's not always as good as you thought it was.
Interviewed former pupil Thomas White, also known as Morgan McMichaels. We asked him how he became famous. He became instantly famous as soon as he started using social medias, such as Instagram. In order to see how easy it is to become famous, we put out a survey to all the pupils in the school, seeing what videos they'd all seen.
We also interviewed Ruth Gallagher, who works for TV. She recently took part in a documentary about Scotland scammers. Someone searched her name and tried to find out as much as they could about her. To her surprise, they found out a lot about her, and some of it they shouldn't have. After this experiment, she's made lots of changes to her account, such as putting privacy settings on, and as she knows how easily accessible her private information is.
After surveying teachers and students, the data shows that most people use social media daily and frequently. It is obvious that our school has used Facebook more often than any other app.
So there you have it. Even though the internet is fun, it can also be dangerous. So it's important that we are careful when using it, especially nowadays, when we use it so much in our lives for making contact with each other.
Sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Skype, to name a few, are all used every day by people all over the world, keeping track of friends and family.
We also now have sites which help busy and timid people come together with potential romantic partners, like Match.com and eHarmony. We can also literally connect with the world from our computers or phones.
But as we outlined earlier, there are some drawbacks to this, and it's particularly important that people remember to be safe when communicating.
Ultimately, looking at all these ways of how instant our lives have become,
we can see that entertainment, fame, connections and information are all linked as we are so immersed in them.
We can't imagine our lives without them.
We are